All right. Hi, Jason. How are you?
It's absolutely amazing. How are you?
I am blessed beyond belief. So
All right,
happy
all
to
right.
be here with you. Thanks for taking a couple minutes to chat. So I appreciate you. We'll just go ahead and get started. Tell me a little bit about your real estate journey, and we'll go ahead, sub to your owners club. Floor is yours.
Oh, wow. Okay. Man, I've been told I could be long-winded, so let me try to talk fast a little bit through it, right? All right. How did I get here into Owners Club? If you don't mind, I'll just start from the beginning. That's cool.
Yes, please start from the beginning. Sure.
Okay, Rich Dad Poor Dad, of course, everybody starts with Rich Dad
Hmm.
Poor Dad. I got the bug after my job told me no to overtime at one point, and I was pissed, but it's not my company. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, like, why am I mad? I need to start my own business, right?
Sure.
So, got into real estate. I went to one of his little things that they do, where they come to town and teach you about it and what have you. So, the dude told me about contract and lead of due, right? That was my first introduction to wholesaling.
Sure,
So I was
sure.
like, all right, cool, man. I could do that. Went around and got addresses and what have you. And oh my goodness, if I knew now, because I got the address and had no way of contacting all
Okay.
these people, right? So
Hmm.
I think this was before Skip Trace. And I was clueless. Didn't have a mentorship a community like we had.
Community, yes.
Right, right, right. Fast forward a little bit. I was still in the wholesaling because I had the bug, of course, and was found out about probate leads. Well, let me rewind that a little bit. Something, my mom transitioned in 2019, right?
Hmm.
I was like, okay, I gotta find some kind of light out of this
Hmm.
because I was in a bad place. I was like, man, how can I
Hmm.
turn this around to find something good out of this? I couldn't find anything, so I was like, all right, and I'm still in the real estate. Let me reach out to people that are going through the probate process. Because at the
Sure.
time, I'm like, okay, I can relate to a little bit of what they're going through. It's not, it's me trying to help them and kind of relate to them. So maybe we could help each other. I don't know.
Sure. Hmm.
Right. So this was beginning of 2020, January of 2020. She transitioned into 2019, and I started doing this beginning of 2020. COVID hit, and it shut the court system down. And I was making good traction. I really was. Had some good conversations, but COVID hit and shut all that down. I was like, somebody's still doing this. Somebody out
Hmm.
there still wholesaling or in the real estate and listening to podcasts that came across Brent Daniels, right? Brent
Hmm.
Daniels, Mr. TTP, shout out to Brent Daniels,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm. Yes.
Learned so much from him, man, as far as skip tracing and cold calling, of course, that's what they do. But the main thing was the TTP, talking to people. I
Right.
really
Hmm.
install that, man, so heavily that you got to be willing to, pick up the phone, talk to people, or even talk to the neighbor or talk to
Hmm.
anybody. Just talk, have conversations with people, right?
That's
So,
right. Hmm.
but it works. I didn't make it work, honestly, full disclaimer. I just
Why
didn't.
not?
Right. Exactly. I didn't time block. I didn't cut
Hmm.
I didn't have a problem making the calls. I really didn't.
Sure.
Hey, man, what are you going to do? Cuss me out? I won't die because you said,
Right.
you
Right.
know what I'm saying?
You got thick skin. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
yeah. I
yeah. Yeah.
grew up in Trinidad, grew up in Northeast DC. So,
You from
people,
Trinidad?
DC, no, the neighborhood in DC.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Right,
That's
right,
right.
right.
Yeah.
Not the country, but it's a neighborhood in
Well, I'm
DC.
from the country, so I'm like,
Oh, okay, that's
yeah,
crazy.
that is crazy.
Right.
Yes.
No, no, not the real one, but
Right.
the neighborhood, right? Right.
Yes.
So, like I said, thick skin from growing up where I did, and
Mhm.
didn't have a problem talking to people, but I just didn't time block for it, right? I didn't time block like you have to be willing to commit to make those phone calls every
Sure.
single day. If you do it on
Mhm.
the weekends, cool, but it's not, you got to be willing to make those phone calls. I didn't do it. My job offers a lot of overtime. So, I was like, okay, I don't know. I just did the overtime because it was right there in front of me
Sure.
and just did that. So,
What's your W-2?
oh, I'm a cable splicing technician for Verizon. Yep, I splice fiber optics. Yeah,
That's
so
right. Oh, good old Verizon. We got
yeah,
something
yeah.
else in common. I worked on the cell phone side, and then I transitioned over to FiOS. So I did work
Really?
for Verizon. Yeah, yeah.
You are get
Mhm.
the really?
I know, right? Yeah, I know.
That's crazy, man.
Small world, small world.
Yes. Oh, what did you do in FiOS?
Sales manager.
No, that's
Hmm.
wow.
Yes,
Oh,
it is wild.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
They call me when they have a damage. Tree falls on the
that's right.
line. I'm
True,
the no
false
light.
sound. Yeah,
Yep,
that's
yep,
awesome. Yeah, we
yes,
love. Yeah,
yeah.
small world, small
Yes,
world.
it
So you get a lot of
is.
overtime. Verizon pays well, as we know.
Yeah, yes, yes, yeah. We do okay, we
We
do
do
okay.
okay. Yeah, we won't talk about that. But
Right, right,
anyhow, continue on. We digress.
right, right, right. So, was working the
Hmm.
overtime and,
Hmm.
just doing that. And fast forward a little bit because I still want to get into real estate, right? And
Sure.
I'm like, well,
Hmm.
let me just figure this out. Came across another mentorship, or yeah, or a mentorship. It's Storm Leroy called the Employee Millionaire, and he was,
Okay.
man, solid. Really, I learned a lot.
Hmm.
I really did. As far as
So,
from that, I learned about out of state real estate investing. As
okay,
far
okay.
as interviewing property managers, agents for those property, to try and find those properties,
Sure.
things to look for, how to,
Hmm.
uh, running the numbers for the out of state properties, or the taxes, insurance, what have you. So I learned a lot. I really did. During that mentorship, though, um, he introduced me to bigger pockets as well.
Hmm.
Bigger Pockets was had a boot camp, and Pace was in one of those boot camps, right? So
Hmm.
I was actually first introduced to Pace through Brent Daniels and TTP,
TTP. Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
right? So when he and back then, Pace had a thing where him and Brent would go back and forth about the best strategy, cold
Hmm.
calling or subject to, and which
Sure.
and
Hmm.
what stood out to me was when I'm sorry, when Pace said, cold calling is like, I don't know if you golf or anybody that plays golf, but with cold calling, you just have one club, right? You could hit off the greens, or
Hmm.
you got your iron, but you just got the one
You
club
got
you
one.
putter,
Hmm.
right? But with sub two, you got the whole array of clubs to work with. You got your iron, you got a variety. You got, so you could go creative finance, you could go do the hybrid method, Morby method, you could do the lease op, man. You got so many options to do with sub two, and that stuck with me back then when I was with
Wow.
C,
Sure.
right?
Hmm.
So in the boot camp, the part of that and bigger pockets with a lot, maybe an hour or so for him, but pace. He always went over.
He went over.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm. Was it
yeah.
a BP con? Was it a BP con?
No, no, it was a
Okay.
boot camp. So bigger parks, they'll have like a boot camp where you could
A
pay
boot
like
camp.
$100 or something like that. And
Okay.
you
Okay.
could get in a class with a certain thing that they have, wholesaling, and this one was, of course, creative finance with Pace.
Sure.
Right. So, and
Hmm.
it was awesome, man. He would teach and teach and teach and teach. And he would be like,
Hmm.
I would love to give y'all more, but, you're not in my community. I can't do, but what? I always run over when I'm, talking to my
Right.
students,
Right. Hmm.
so I was like,
Yeah.
man, you know what? Damn, I
I
knew
get
it,
it.
right? So, and then the fact that he would have events where, for charity or what have you,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
was like, man, this is a man right here. This is where I need to, be with and
Hmm.
learn from. So
Sure.
he had a free, not event, but the things we do,
Meetup?
not a meetup, but with like the challenge. He had a challenge, a free
Oh,
challenge,
challenge. Sure, sure, sure.
right,
Hmm.
over to the public. And this was October of last year. I got in the challenge. I forget which one it was. It wasn't the elephant challenge, I don't
Money
think.
bee?
I think it was. I think it was. I think it was, right? So I got in the challenge, joined, became a Gator, joined the Gator mentorship, right? And
Hmm.
it was
Hmm.
awesome. really is. And the crazy thing about then Colin Yeep, shout out to Colin Yeep.
Colin, yes. Hi,
Yes.
Colin.
Yeah. He joined the same time I did and just
Mhm.
man,
He took off. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, just took off, man.
You're right behind him. You're right behind him. I
Oh
see you.
man. I'm learning. It took a
That's right.
long time. It did take a while, but I'm learning. I'm making the connection and talking to people, finding out. So
Sure.
yes, this whole joint the Gator mentorship, and he talked about squad up. Pace did. Like, man,
Hmm.
if you're in any of my communities, you gotta come to squad up,
That's
right?
right.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, well, I'm in. So let me do this, book my plane, bought the ticket, got my
Hmm.
plane ticket, and as we
Hmm.
know, man, squad up.
Oh,
Uh,
another realm.
man, it was crazy. Best event I've ever
Uh-huh.
been to, hands down, right? Man, it
Hmm.
was just the
Hmm.
vibe was just I mean, it was crazy, man.
4 o'clock morning, so 4 or 5 o'clock morning. Yeah, turn
Yes,
around, go back in. It was amazing. Amazing time.
yes. It was, oh man. So, and of course, he offered opportunity to join the owners
Hmm.
club,
Yes.
right? And
Hmm.
at the time, I didn't have a deal done, and you don't have a
Yeah.
deal,
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, but I want to be in the same room
Hmm.
with
Hmm.
that type of person. I want to be able to pay to get. I want to be in that room and
Right.
bring value. I don't want to
Hmm.
just get in and
Absolutely.
just be a leech. I want to get in and bring value and learn and help. So
Sure.
got that's got in and it's been man one of the best decisions that it's
Oh,
been. That's why we're here right now,
that's
right?
why we're here. It has been my best decision I've made since April. Like that changed the trajectory of my life from going to squat up. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah.
Let me, from the retreats, man, to, the retreats alone were just mind blowing. And, being in a room and just talking to like-minded
Hmm.
people and people buying all kinds of businesses. And I
Hmm.
mean, it's
Hmm.
crazy. It's just crazy. And
It's level up to so many different levels.
yes, yes, it's a whole nother stratosphere, man.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
mean, so two of the, out of this planet, and I guess you could say Owners Club is, I don't know, man, Jupiter. I don't know, man. It's
Yes, yes,
right.
yeah,
So,
for sure.
yeah. So that, I know I'm talking a lot,
So
but
you're here. No, no, no. So you're here. You're in Owners Club. You're feeling great.
yep.
Tell us a little bit about your Mount Everest. So if you
Oh,
want to share that.
yes, 100%. So it has evolved. I want to say that it
Mhm,
has
of course.
evolved, right?
Yes.
Right.
What did
So
it start with, and what did you end up
it
like?
was making 18K
Mhm.
with 200 doors, 18K a month with 200 doors. How then? I want to say it was about I'm going to hear this. I don't know about heart, which is a shame,
That's
but
okay. It's okay. You're
right.
what's it now? Let's talk about what it has evolved to.
Just sober living, right? Same amount of
Awesome. So
doors.
yeah, co-living, sober living. Yeah.
Exactly, right. It's still
Awesome.
still under the same umbrella to me,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
they're still rooming up. That
Sure.
being said, it's a just a different type of rooming up.
Sure.
So
Sure.
it'll
Why
help.
sober living?
You said why sober living?
Hmm.
Two things. So I'm in a partnership with Leover, right?
Oh
So
yeah.
I
Hmm.
got my first deal through Owners Club,
Woo!
right? Right?
Yes. Let
Yes.
me hold on. Let me put some reactions on here.
Okay.
If I can do it. No, I can't. Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Play chime.
Right.
All right, I didn't do it, but
That's all
oh,
good.
hearts or something. Got to do something on
Yeah,
the
let
screen.
me
Yeah,
see.
there we go. Yes. Okay.
All right. Right. So Leo was awesome, man. Absolutely. He's making, I mean, huge moves, man. Shout
Hmm.
out to Leo and down in Houston, my partner. So we
Awesome.
actually, and Jules, you got to come on. We have a a podcast that we do every Wednesday. That's
Okay.
me, Dana, Paul, Mike, and Zasquia, right? Every Wednesday. I'm gonna shoot you if you don't mind.
Yeah, please. Yeah, I'd love to. Sure.
All right,
Sure.
cool. So Leo came on as a guest, and was talking about, all the things he's into, multifamily, really trying to leave the single family room and get into multifamilies. So, but he does have this one property that's been vacant. I was like, man, well, why don't you, 'cause that's my Mount Everest, why don't you get into co-living and, rent
Mm-hmm.
out through Passbit or something like that? So it's like, cool. That's what I've been thinking about doing. And I was like, he offered me the opportunity to fund the not the renovation, but converting the living room and dining room into bedrooms, right? So I was like, okay, yeah, cool, man. We hopped on a phone call, made it happen, and now we're partners, right?
Awesome. Awesome.
Right. It's morphed actually. So fast forward a little bit, and I'm making my rounds as far as the homework assignments and just
Mm-hmm.
talking to people in the Owners Club period. And I'm reaching out to different people. I've reached out to Adam. Adam Coburn,
Mm-hmm.
shout out to Adam.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? Coburn. I ain't butcher his
Coburn. Adam Coburn.
Adam Coburn. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. So Adam actually told me about what he's doing as far as
Mm-hmm.
sober living and amongst all the other things, the coffee shop and right. But the main thing well, for me, I took away the sober living aspect of it. So he was saying like, and each strategy works. It really does. Just
Sure. Sure.
whatever
Sure.
you want to do, pass it
Mm-hmm.
and the sober living. So with sober living, he was saying that you don't have to renovate anything at all. You don't have to
Mm-hmm.
convert the living room and dining room. That actually rather you have a common space for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, man, that's awesome. That and on top of you're actually and you're helping people with code. I mean, with the passport model,
Sure.
finding people to finding places for people to live. But with this, you're helping people that are trying to looking to turn their lives around. And growing up where I grew up, I saw some bad parts of it. I grew up, like I
Sure.
said,
Sure. Sure. Mm-hmm.
and I would see some really bad things happen from between family members and the whole nine. I'll tell that story some other time. But when you hear people winning and actually get themselves together and go
Mm-hmm.
clean and striving, it made me feel.
It
I mean,
makes you feel good. Yeah.
oh yeah, to hear those
Yeah.
stories like, man, they're clean, they're not doing anything anymore. I'm like, dang,
Sure.
that's good, man. So.
That's awesome. Do you have a house manager?
Well, so this is the thing. So as far as he introduced me to Oxford House, right?
It's your house.
So
Yes. Mm-hmm.
yes, right. So I
Mm-hmm.
was like, man, let me tap into that. So not sure if you saw, I put it on posted to Facebook on Facebook and sidebar.
You're fine. That's why we're
Look,
here.
people well from what did I have to call the agent.
You have to call her. You have to call her. Okay. Well, you want to call her on? How long you think it's going to be? Because we can record the call if you want to call her.
Yeah,
We're
yeah, no,
sidetracking. We're going to do a live call to an agent.
yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
let's do it.
All right, perfect, man. This is going to be awesome.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be awesome. Right, her name
Let's
is
just go ahead and mute myself.
okay. No, it's not that. That one. This one. Liz Lopez. No, dang on it. We'll do talk to you soon. Okay, there we go. Lauren.
This is a direct to agent campaign you're doing, or is it for sober living property?
This one is for a direct to agent campaign. The LOI, I did
LOI. Okay, for No One Left Behind challenge.
exactly something like
All
it.
right, let's do it.
The homework that we have is one of my money making activities running the LOI.
Awesome.
And
Yes.
me and Jen were talking, did a run through it this earlier today. And one of the
Awesome.
agents reached out. Of course, I had to respond and
Yes.
right. So
Let's do it.
right, let me get the property pulled up. This is it right here.
I can give you sharing privileges too, or
Oh,
you don't
cool.
have to, but
Well,
you have it.
all right, cool. All right. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah, this will be part of our money making activities, right? The Marines
Yes.
podcasting and reaching out,
Okay,
connecting. All
okay,
right, here we go.
there we go. Here we go.
Hello.
Hey, may I speak to Lauren?
Yes.
Hey, Lauren, how you doing? It's Jason, Jason Shell.
I'm good, Jason. How are you?
Absolutely amazing. Thank you for taking my call, for taking time to talk to me.
Of course.
Right. So, 98 18 Briar Ridge Drive. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Just was hoping I could get a few details about it, man, or what have you. It looks actually really good from the pictures. Did you do the pictures?
N- No, but I paid an absurd amount of money for them.
Right.
It's in a really great neighborhood in South Austin. I've sold quite a few fix and flips in this neighborhood, but this house is pretty move-in ready, so it doesn't necessarily fit that mold. Probably only needs maybe like 30K worth of upgrades to then raise the value. But my owners have already moved out, and they have found their dream home. So now we are just trying to get this sold. It's a great house. It's 3 bed, 2 bath. You have 2 bedrooms downstairs that are a pretty gracious size with one full bathroom that they share. You walk up the stairs and you immediately walk into the primary bedroom. Massive space, tons of natural light, and then you also have a full bathroom up there, obviously. And yeah, so it's kind of an interesting floor plan, but I actually quite like it. I think it's nice that the primary has some more privacy.
Yes. Okay. So the two bedrooms downstairs, they're in the basement, it sounds like, or on the.
No, no, there's no basements in Texas. It's just on the first floor of the house.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
just a 2-story house. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Very cool. And the owners, you said they already moved in, have a different mortgage already at a different house already, or
Yes.
I see. I see. So they need to sell like ASAP. They're still paying a mortgage on this and the other house.
Yeah, I mean, truthfully, we did a buy before you sell program. So if we don't sell by a certain amount of time, then the house is already technically bought. But obviously, as a real estate agent, it's just much better to sell outright on the market than it is to have to go through this buy before you sell program.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Oh, well, you know what? Forgive my ignorance, but if you don't mind me asking, Bible for sale, I'm new to that. Is that could you?
It's a new program that a lot of lenders are rolling out. Some of them are with different companies. There's one that's called Homelight. There's another one that's called Homeward. Um, there's a few more out there, but those are kind of the two main ones. And basically, it allows um, the lender to pull equity from your home that you're currently living in to then put down to purchase the other house. Um, and so they've already been in the new one for almost a month now.
I
Um,
see.
yeah, and they give you like I think a 3-4 month span to try to sell the other house on the market first. And if you sell it on the market, great. If you don't, then there's certain fees attached with selling it through the buy before you sell program. But I mean, either way, it's really helpful for people who wanted to buy before, selling their house.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see that. That's
Interesting.
it
It is very
is.
interesting.
It is. I'm gonna have to look more into that. That's very interesting. So, so what me and my partners, what we normally do is buy properties creative. Have you ever dealt with a creative deal at all before?
Yeah, I'm very familiar with them. Like a
Oh,
hard money loan.
okay, okay. Well, what we do is buy them subject to, where
Okay.
we would take over the mortgage, or not take over the mortgage, but pay the mortgage on the seller's behalf or what have you. Of course, you get your commissions, and I would take over ownership of the property and more than likely, rent it out or maybe do a sober living type thing. I'm not sure if there's an HOA or what have you, but we have a
Truthfully, Jason, I think that since we're locked into this program, there's certain stipulations where we couldn't do a subject to.
Yeah, that's
It has to. I think it has to be sold outright, either cash or conventionally.
right because of that program.
Yeah, I know. I think we may not be a great candidate for you.
Okay,
Um, but if you are interested, I am familiar with Subject 2. I am familiar with creative financing. We have some seller financing deals happening within our brokerage as well. If you don't mind, maybe sending me an email with some things that your company is looking for, or sorry, you and your partner are looking for.
yes,
Happy to send you guys any properties I have coming available that may be a better fit for you.
that would be absolutely awesome, Laura. Thank you so much. That's perfect. All right, all right.
Sorry that you can't help as well, but doesn't mean that there's not any more out there.
Well, we'll win on the next few, right? So,
Yeah, exactly that.
oh,
Okay, tell me when you have a pen and paper to write down my email.
I
Or
have
you have it, right? Because we emailed back and forth. Never mind.
exactly. I got you. Yeah, I got your number. So, I'll get that info to you. And if I don't talk to you before the new year, have a happy one. All right.
Thank you, Jason. You as well. Happy New Year.
Later.
Bye.
What do you think?
Love it. Love that you have such a personable tone and you make the agent feel super relaxed. Pace mentioned something on a call yesterday, or it was up to family night, and he's like, "The dumber you are, the more you sell."
Yeah.
And for him, it's basically, you ask them questions and you let them be the professional and, the subject matter expert, which they are. So I love that, you gave her time to respond, and she was she's very familiar with subject 2, which is great. So we're doing
Yeah.
something in the community, getting the word out there about sub 2.
Right.
But she said, she's open. I love that. You didn't even have to tell her like if there's any other property. She was like that's an agent that I'm definitely going back to.
Yes.
Definitely. That's like a
Oh,
unicorn agent for sure.
exactly. I have to follow up, man.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. But
Hmm.
thank you.
For what?
I mean, because I was about to reschedule and,
No, no, no. I'm like, let's do it. Like
and
why reschedule?
and
Yeah,
you know
let's
what?
let's
Let me thank the person that didn't show up before this.
yeah, yes. It made it work. It made it work.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, this
Everything
is
happens
awesome.
for a reason. Hope
Everything
they're okay
happens for a
though,
reason. Oh
right? I hope
yeah, I have to send a reschedule email. So
okay. All right.
yeah.
All right.
So I
Oh
think we
man, we got
do need to wrap up. I have like, yeah, we'll wrap up in a little bit. But the other thing, one of my coaches said, real estate is a relationship business. So people will do business with you once they like and trust you. So you've
yeah.
already built that trust. And I think goes without saying, I mean, in our community, we have a
Right.
lot of amazing people. And it's a trust that we build, and you want to work with those people. Yeah. So we're home. I'm very excited to see where you take this journey, Jason, and keep me updated. I do have a little bit of background on sober home, so if you ever need help, just let me know.
Yes, yes, I do. I'm letting you know now.
I'll probably be asking you because it's been a while. We manage a sober home, so
Really? Right now?
hmm no, this was about a year ago. So
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
Oh man. So what made you, I know we got to wrap it up, but what made you detour from get out of your still in?
No, the we managed for the owner, and they decided to change over models. So
Uh,
they went to doing something else. So
uh,
that's why I asked you if you had a house manager in place, because that's the key to ensuring that everything runs smoothly.
right. Well, Oxford, they have their own manager. So I
That
would just
comes in. Yes, yeah.
yes, yeah, I'll just be a
Hmm.
landlord. Jen and oh, I forget Jen's partner name, but I think they manage their properties. I believe they do.
Jen Bellat.
Ooh, Jen, don't
Okay, okay. I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but one of the Jens. Okay, don't worry about it. We'll get
Baker.
that later.
Baker, yes, yes,
Baker. Okay, sure,
yes.
sure. Oh, that's the one. That's your partner that you did the homework with. Short
E-
hair.
Exactly. Yep.
Yes, yes, you
Yep.
know Jim Gator.
Exactly.
Yes, yes, yes. Amazing. Okay.
Because I was hitting her up to ask about sober living. And I was like, two five birds with one stone. Since
That's
we
right.
had a relate talk, how about
Hmm.
we partner up on the homework and
That's amazing. Yeah.
yeah,
That's what the community is about, right?
exactly. So
Yeah.
actually, real quick, the property that I was telling you about with Leo over, I mentioned to her, and was because they're looking for properties in Texas for their sober
Hmm.
living facilities, and the
Hmm.
work hadn't started on the property that me and Leo over have the partnership on. I
Yeah.
mentioned it to her. She's going to do a walkthrough this Friday for it.
Wow, great. Let's see if it's a great fit. So if
Yes.
you come across anything, because we're also looking for properties in Austin and Houston for
Oh,
the veterans, because I'm working with veterans.
oh, okay. Yes. Yes, indeed. Austin. You said Austin and Houston?
Houston, yes.
Okay.
Houston first.
Okay. Got you.
Mhm.
Got you. 100% Jules. I'll get on that ASAP tonight.
Yeah,
I
appreciate
actually,
that.
yeah, so that property, would that property have worked or
The one
anything
in
that,
Austin,
yeah,
I'm
what,
not sure. That was a four, was it a four,
it was a 3-2, was it? Yeah,
three,
three,
two?
two. Yeah. So, and does it, no HOA?
No HOA. Yeah, we don't want any HOAs. So we
Okay.
do look at no HOAs.
All right. Any minimums for the bed and bath?
Uh, minimum of three. Oh, four, I think would be better. Sure.
Three, four is always better. Okay. Yeah, I'll get on that ASAP. I definitely will.
Appreciate you.
Oh,
Love the journey. Love chatting with you.
always a
It's
pleasure.
amazing, from Trinidad and then
Yeah.
also working for Verizon. What a small world.
Right. Right.
You're still
Right.
with them? How many years?
23.
That's awesome. Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
I'm
yeah. That's
working.
great.
If they offer the early, buyout,
Mm-hmm.
possibly,
Mm-hmm.
other than that,
Yeah. I
I'd
ended up taking
rather.
a buyout from them as
You
a
did?
manager. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, why not? I mean, yes. Yes.
Then
Why
started
not?
a real estate journey. So
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
exactly. And no looking
yeah.
back,
No,
right?
looking back. No, I miss the people. People,
Yeah.
amazing, amazing,
Oh,
amazing people. Yeah.
that part right there. I mean, I work with
Yeah.
a great the group I'm in right now. I mean, I have since I came into the company. Everybody, I can honestly, goodness, truthfully say that everybody that I've worked with have just been solid, man.
Yes.
Everybody in that company, they really from the DRC. I worked as a dispatcher.
Oh, you worked at DRC. Okay,
I
great,
did.
great.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
awesome.
That's why I have a problem with the phones a little bit, man. Oh gosh, man.
I know, right?
Right, right. But
So
yeah,
funny. Yeah,
it's been awesome. It really
yeah,
has.
yeah.
Time to
Well, time to, sometimes it's time to go down a different path and do the
yes,
real estate full time. I'm doing it part time, but it's worth it. It's worth it. So
yeah, yeah. Gotta grow, and I could only get so far doing real estate and help so many people. I'm sorry, and as far as a W-2, the company, and to help like I really want to, and my family,
sure.
about my family, and what have
Hmm.
you. Like I really want to. This is
Yes,
it,
this
right?
is it. This is it.
Oh,
Big things for 2025, right?
yeah, you know it,
Yes, yes.
right?
We're so thankful for you, Pace, for changing
Yes,
our lives. So
yes.
thank you so
Hey,
much.
shout out to Creative Title and Escrow. If you need any kind of title work done, Creative Title and Escrow, man, hit them up, right?
That's
Google it.
right. That's right.
Yeah, indeed, right?
How can people get a hold of you?
Oh man, Jason Shell on all media platforms. That's Jason with the I and I for investing, right? Yeah,
That's right. Okay.
Jason, Jaison on all platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and that is it, right?
That's it.
LinkedIn. I'm working on LinkedIn. I'm working on LinkedIn,
Okay.
right?
If anyone wants to connect with Jason on Sober Homes, please reach out to him. Give him a shout out. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your time. And thank you for letting us listen to that call. It was dope talking to
Oh,
the agent. Definitely keep her in your back pocket, man.
yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see you do business with her.
Right? We.
Yes. We, us, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, for sure, for sure, for
Right.
sure. Well, I
Right.
thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night and we'll chat soon. Okay.
For sure, dude. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.